Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to work on clearing out the shed, organizing it a little bit, maybe do some organization with the garage, and then we're going to head out to Heritage Hills Nursery and see what they got for today. So we're out here, and I'm going to tell you that just before I get started on the shed, there is a nest with the birds, baby birds still in it, and our mamas are not happy with us being out here. They say it doesn't appear that they're out here anymore, but that's where the nest was, and there were 3 birds in there last night, and the mom was dive bombing us and squawking at us last night. But now it appears that the birds have all flown away, but it didn't stop them from dive bombing Michelle this morning when she tried to come out here. But this is a look at what our shed looks like right now. Just kind of a collection of things. From camping gear to pots and trellises to a fire pit, some archery stuff, and other tools and yard tools. So we're going to clear all this stuff out, kind of go through it, and try to put some organization to it and see what I can do about organizing our tools mostly. All right, we made it out to Heritage Hills. Let's see what they have. Here's what we found. All right, our first pick is the NC Mugo Pine. We're getting 2 of them because you space them about 3 to 5 feet apart, and they get to be about 3 to 4 feet tall. And we're looking at putting this directly behind the Harry Lauder's walking stick, where we have the pine tree right now, or the evergreen right now. We're gonna move that someplace else, and these will create the backdrop behind the Harry Lauder's walking stick. All right, to continue on in that area, we found these. They are Arborvitae Fire Chief. They get to be about 4 feet tall and 4 feet wide. I think what we're going to do is flank our NC Mugo Pines with this behind the Harry Lauder's walking stick. Now, The nice thing about these is they get to be this color year-round, but they'll actually turn redder and more vibrant during the fall. They are hardy down to negative 20 degrees. All right, we went over these in a previous video, but we decided to get these into the ground. We've got our Pencilman in the back. It gets up to be about 36 inches tall, and that'll create a backdrop for our Gaillardia, which gets upwards of 8 to 12 inches tall. And then our Veronica, which will get up to about 6 inches tall. It's got a nice variety of color that'll contrast against the different colors of greens and blues that we have in this area. All right, so we picked this one up at Signs. It's a blueberry bush. We transplanted it into the pot, and hopefully it'll make its home here for quite a while. Give it enough room to grow, and it says it can get upwards of 4 to 5 feet tall, but being that it's in a pot, it should stunt its growth a little bit. Now, one of the things we did was we put biotone in the base when we put it in the soil, but now we've got to add a little bit of a soil acidifier to help the blueberries grow a little bit better. So we're going to add that next. We're going to dig out a layer of the soil, add it in, and put the soil right back in. All right, so we made it out to Ebert's Greenhouse Village. We put a holdout on some plants, so we're going to go check those out and see what else they've got. First thing we're picking up is a Fat Albert Blue Spruce. This is going to be a smaller variety, only getting between 10 to 15 feet tall with a 10-foot spread. We are going to be putting this between the Mugo Pines and the Albervita Fire Chief. This is hardy zone 3 through 7, full sun to partial sun, and it's going to be very slow growing. So we came here for these guys. Floral Berry, Pinot, St. John's Wort. We have 3 of them to kind of mimic and go with our sangria ones that we have. But we ended up with significantly more than what we anticipated with. Well, everything's loaded up. I will go over everything that we got once we get home. All right, we're back home and this is what we picked up. Of course, I talked about the blue spruce while we were there. And then we've got our Floral Berry Pinot St. John's Wort. We got a Meyer Lemon. And then we've got a Swamp Milkweed. And when I was clearing out the shed, I found a butterfly house. So we'll put that right next to it. And then we have a variety of Echinacea. We've got the Tomato Soup, Prima Saffron, Tangerine Dream, and a Puff Vanilla. Puff Vanilla is going to look a lot different than the rest of them. It looks like it's going to have a larger flower. And then to kind of go along with the old man bones, we decided to have another type of ground covering. This is the, I'm going to butcher this, Delosperma hybrid ice plant fire spinner. I don't know if you can look at that, but it's got a very interesting flower. And in the description, it talks about it's going to have a year-round appeal. It's going to spread and look like wildfire. Next, we have the nasturtium, which has an edible flower and plant. It's called the Alaska Mix. We picked up some mint. This one's a chocolate mint. It gets to be pretty big, about 24 to 36 inches high. Some cilantro and rosemary. And lastly, when we went to the Renaissance Fair many years ago and many years since, they have probably one of the best Bloody Marys we've ever had. And in there, they used a hot sauce that was a Scotch bonnet hot sauce. So I'll probably end up trying to make the Scotch bonnet hot sauce. We'll see how that turns out, but we picked up 2 Scotch bonnet plants. So that's our complete haul. Now we're gonna start getting these things into pots, the things that need to go in, and we still have to figure out where a few of the things are going to go into the ground. The only things that are going to get planted in the ground are going to be the Echinacea and the Delosperma hybrid. The garden shed's got some organization now. It's a little bit less cluttered. We do have some more stuff that we can start putting in there that's in the garage right now, but the garage needs its own overhaul. A lot of this stuff is going to be used in making the garden bed out back, so we'll start working on that in the near future, and then we'll be able to fit everything else into the shed. Now, we did have a successful trip out to Heritage Hills and out to Ebert's greenhouse village. Now, we spent more than we anticipated. We got more than we anticipated, but the hope is that everything we've got will take care of the garden bed, so we'll be all done. We started our placement of everything in the garden bed. Nothing is very certain right now. We did pot everything that we can, the peppers, the lemon tree, the rosemary, mint, and cilantro. All the edibles are all put away. They're going to make their way out to the back porch here soon. We'll start putting everything into the bed probably in the next coming up video, probably in the next couple of days. We did get a new package. That package was delivered today, and that is going to be our drip system for the front. So we'll start putting that together. I'll show that to you after everything is planted, and we'll get that going. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. We had a lot of fun today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.